Scars are fading, and the ghosts from the past don't haunt me anymore. The storm and rain washed away the pain that I endure. Just as the sun will rise each morning, just like the day returns to night without our sleep. I'm finally trusting in the knowing. That time heals all things. Time heals all things. It's worth waiting for. Seasons changing. Roads to explore. Now I can feel the ground beneath me. I walk a path and it appears with steps I take. Maybe one day things will come easy. What if the struggle's placed with just to test my strength? 'Cause the pressure's on, I know a change is coming. It's getting late, surround your arms around me. Sure as the sun will rise each morning. Sure as the day returns to night without our sleep. I'm finally trusting in the knowing. Oh, that time heals all things. Time heals all things. It's worth waiting for. Seasons changing. Time heals all things.
There's a point where you get real damn tired of carrying everything that's inside of you silently. The doubts, the changes that you didn't ask for, that pain that you've been trying to outrun, the pressure to look like you're fine when you're really not. Maybe we all been moving so fast that we didn't even realize how heavy it all got until it finally just sat still long enough to feel it. And that's when the truth shows up. You can't keep living the same way and expect anything different. We're not pretending anymore. We're not rushing ourselves into some fake ideal of healing where we say right affirmations and call it a day. It's about real work. And it takes a lot to just quiet down and keep the tears that may just keep falling when you don't even expect them to. That's what happens when life changes on you and you have to decide whether you're going to fight to keep what's already gone or open yourself up to what's next. All of that stuff that you've been carrying for years that keeps shaping your choices because you've been too damn busy or too scared to face it. Sometimes we got to slow down and really commit to doing some real steady work of building a life where we can breathe again. And none of that shit is easy, but it matters. Because the longer you wait to deal with what's been running your life from the shadows, the longer it keeps owning your peace, your relationships, or even the future. And this is where we stop letting that happen. So if you're ready to face the things that you've been pushing aside and sit with the things or the parts of your story that you've been avoiding and start building a life that doesn't feel so heavy all the time, yeah, stay here with me because we're going to run through that today. It ain't going to be solved in one day, so don't get it twisted. But what I can do is help you help yourself. We got to talk about that critic that's in your head, the changes you didn't see coming, and that pain that you've been running from, and the real work it takes to finally feel free. Welcome to Blended Healing. Nice to see y'all. Good that you're here. I'll be right back after this.
Thinking, baby, you don't know the world a damn thing. Light up, lavish light. I've been moving too fast, running low on grace, feeling heavy, but I found my space. Lavender dreams in a smoky swirl, this moment mine, forget the world. No stress in my chest when I take this hit. These herbs ain't just pretty, they legit. Tobacco free, just clarity, and I ride this flame like therapy. Lavish life, lavish life. Glowing gold in the quiet night. Smooth fire make me feel just right. Lavish light, lavish light. Lavish light, lavish light. Falls, I breathe deep and I claim my life. No rush, no fight, just vibes. Lavish light, lavish light, lavish light. Florals and magic wrapped in flame. Every puff got me saying my name. Romeo peace, I roll it slow. Let it burn, let my softness show. Don't need no fake rush, no synthetic thrill. This is sacred, this is chill. I don't owe nobody my breath. This right here is a sorry set.
Welcome back. Lavish lights are now, it's advertised available in 5 different experiences. But I just boost that up to 10. So stay tuned for the new promotion in regards to lavish lights. I also have another little something to give y'all, and I'll show you that later on in the show. It's been exciting times doing a lot of things. But anyway, this ain't that, and that ain't this. We're talking about release, embrace, and face today. Ashe? All right, let's continue. Somewhere along the way, right? Life teaches you to argue with yourself. Nobody hands you a manual, but training starts early. The things people say, the way moments hit you when you're too young to know what to do with it. You know, the times you fall short in front of the wrong crowd. It all gets collected in your head. First, it's just a few scattered thoughts here and there, but over time, those thoughts start to sound like a voice that shows up at the worst possible times. And it talks like it knows you, but never has anything good to say. That damn voice speaks when you're trying something new or celebrating a win. But when you finally alone, it repeats that same tired ass lines. You know you're not ready. You're not who you think you are, right? And the crazy part is, you start believing that shit because it sounds like your own mind is talking back to you. That voice is a collection of other people's opinions, bad moments, and unfinished business pretending to be the truth. Why does it stay? It stays because nobody showed you how to challenge it. You didn't know you could. And when life hits you back, you trying to get past the moment instead of sorting out the message left behind. So the voice stayed. Now it shows up on its own schedule, saying things you would never say to someone you love. But somehow you accept that as fair when it's aimed at you. And that's where things need to switch up at, right there. You can't move forward while giving free rent to something in your head that tears you down every chance it gets. Life is not perfect or that you'll never make mistakes. It means you stop letting your thoughts treat you like you an enemy. There's a difference between honest reflection and constant self-attack. Honest reflection helps you grow. Self-attack keeps you stuck. The first step in noticing that the voice for what it is, most people never even get that far because they assume every thought that they have must be true. It isn't. Some thoughts are nothing more than old echoes that haven't realized the moment is over. Seeing it that way is powerful because you stop taking everything in your head at face value. Then you start asking yourself things like, where did this come from? Do I even believe this? Or did I just hear it enough times to stop questioning it? That's when things begin to switch up. You see, the goal here isn't to replace every negative thought with some old fake ass positive affirmation you don't even believe. It's to speak to yourself in a way that actually leaves room for change. If all you ever do is criticize yourself, where's the space to build anything new? Like real talk. Confidence doesn't grow out of perfection. It grows out of giving yourself a fair chance to learn and move forward without getting dragged through the mud every step of the way. Some people hear this and that and think it sounds soft, like they're going to lose their edge if they stop tearing themselves down, right? But by beating yourself up is not discipline. It's just noise. And half the time, it keeps you so focused on what went wrong that you actually never even learn how to do it the next time around. And when you change how you talk to yourself, things open up. You start seeing options you didn't notice before because that constant criticism isn't drowning out everything. You take more chances because you're not talking yourself out of them before you even begin. You handle the failure differently and avoid a full-blown identity crisis every time something doesn't work out. Get off the floor, you brat, having a brat attack. None of this means the voice disappears overnight. It's just been around long time. And every time you challenge it, every time you stop letting it run the conversation in your head, you take some of your power back. Slowly, it stops being the loudest thing that you hear. This is work nobody can do for you. People can encourage you and tell you to believe in yourself. Hype me up, you know what I mean? But if that voice in your head stays unchecked, none of it sticks. It fades the second things get hard because deep down you still think the critic was right about you. That's why learning to quiet it matters so much. Once you do, every other part of your life gets lighter. Not easier, but lighter. So peep this. Imagine living with the same circumstances you have right now, except without the constant background noise telling you that you're failing. Same job, same relationship, same challenges, but inside, there's room to breathe. There's space to think clearly, to feel what you feel without drowning in it. That's what changes when you stop letting the critic run wild. People talk a good game about confidence and think some people are just born with it and everybody else is out of luck. Confidence shows up when you stop attacking yourself from the inside. That's the work in front of you. Not becoming perfect or turning into some endlessly positive Pete persona you can put on. Just learning to hear your own thoughts without letting them tear you apart takes time. Some days you're going to do good. You're going to do well. And then some days the critic is going to win. That means you're building a skill that you should have been taught years ago, but you weren't. The next time that voice shows up, don't argue with it. Don't try to bury it under some old fake positivity. Just notice it. Call it what it is. It's old programming, old pain, and old words. Then give yourself the last word. The moment you do, everything else in life gets a little bit more possible. Ashe? All right, I'll be right back after this.
Shout out to the mama chief. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, her pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, you know, I'm an enjoy. Calm you down, just by the sound of her voice. There isn't another feeling inside. When they cheering you on at your game, and you feeling the pride. You and your siblings fighting, she gon' make you put the feelings aside. She can't lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Where you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with lemons apple pie. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'ma ride. Cause we all need a Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love a Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience,
that? Nickelodeon, Mary Jane and opium. Fresh from the FedEx chest, we got a load of them. Yeah, tear this shit down like depression. The moral of the story is you get the lesson. I'm colder than the weather in Nova Scotia. The flow is colder, turn down. You just like the lame dude. Get the shoulder, have these niggas swinging that Chris Rock when I pitch a boulder. My intentions was ill will.
You cry.
When I rap, get a pill feel. I can meditate and stay connected to the earth like a mill drill. They taught you to lie to your kids with Santa. I verse in the AI now and got the answer. Don't kill yourself trying to be me with the tanner. My eagle love getting blown like a blammer. I'm biased to the low comprehension, cause people claim both to get a mention.
You cry.
And we don't wanna hear that. Keep that over there. Gotta do better. That's if you knew better. But I don't want to bore y'all.
Gratitude to the sponsors of the COC and Blended Healing. Shamaka Essential Blends, as well as the network. That just is not just about music, baby. Salute to them and thank them for being a sponsor. Make sure that you go on to the Etsy shop. Oh, wait a minute. My bad. The new website. www.shamakaessentials.com. And order yourself some products on our new website. New things are being added on a daily basis. So make sure you go and check out my new website. I'm still on Etsy for a little while, but go and check out my new website, all right? All right. Let's get back to what we were talking about. Ashe? All right. We just talked about releasing the inner critic. Now let's go in here and talk about embracing. You see, embracing the change is about showing up when it wants to. Change shows up when it wants to, baby. Often at the worst possible time, and even personal time. Because what? It's crazy. It starts moving shit around like it owns a damn place. It doesn't check to see. It just comes. People leave, jobs end, friendship shift. The person that you thought where starts to feel like a stranger to you. Thought you knew them, but you really didn't. It's all about change. All those roles that you played and the habits that you kept, they stop fitting. It feels like life is stripping you down to the bone with no warning. See, most of us spend our whole lives trying to fight that moment because we were taught to hold on to what's familiar even when it stopped working a long time ago. And we tell ourselves things can get back to how they were if we just tried harder. Change don't care about your comfort zone. It comes to break patterns you wouldn't break on your own. Change shows up because it's time for you to switch up, knowing you weren't going to make it yourself. That's why it hurts so much. It feels like a loss, like failure. And now you're supposed to start over with nothing but the pieces, and nobody ever taught us how to handle endings. We keep looking at them like they mean we did something wrong. Beloved, let me tell you something. Endings come for everyone. Even the people who look like they have it all figured out. Jobs that once gave them purpose stop making sense. Relationships they swore, that would last forever, hits the walls. They can't get over it. Belief systems? Come on, son. Those belief systems that held them together for years fall apart under questions that they can't stop asking. And neither can you. Neither can I. It happens to us all. Eventually, because change doesn't skip anybody. It's life making sure that you don't stay where you no longer belong. The real pain isn't in the change itself. It's in the way we fight it. We hold on to what's familiar because at least we know how to survive that. We think letting go is going to destroy us, so we try to carry things long after that they stop giving us anything back. But the truth is, holding on doesn't save us. It keeps us stuck. Staying stuck feels safer in the moment, but it's going to cost you. It costs you your energy because you're pouring into something that's already over. Your confidence because you start believing you can't handle anything new in your future because you're too busy keeping old doors from closing to notice the new ones waiting for you to walk through them. And at some point, you're going to have faith and believe that you have to stop treating every ending like a personal failure and start seeing it for what it is. Stop believing in the illusion of shit and look at it for what it really is, right in front of your face. Because that's proof that life refuses to let you settle for less than what you came here for. Being in that in-between space, the one where the old life is gone but the new one hasn't taken shape yet, oh my God, I'm here to tell you it's so uncomfortable. Nobody likes it there. I know I don't. It feels empty, like you floating with nothing solid to hold on to. And the temptation is always going to be to run back to what's familiar. That's human nature. At least you knew how to live there. This in-between is where the real work happens. You start seeing who you are without labels and roles and habits you used to hide behind. That's where you learn what actually matters to you instead of what you were told should matter. You have to let that discomfort teach you. Stop trying to rush through it. Let things fall apart if they need to and feel lost for a while because you're becoming. You're becoming. Growth never feels good while it's happening. It breaks you wide open. It makes you question yourself. It strips away your certainty and leaves you standing in the middle of your life without knowing what to say. If you can stay there long enough, you start to see what's been trying to come through the whole damn time. New ideals, relationships, and parts of yourself you didn't even know were there. People think change is about adding things to your life. More success, confidence, happiness. But real change usually starts with loss. It clears out what doesn't belong anymore so you can build something that actually fits who you're becoming. That's why it feels so brutal, because it takes things away you thought you couldn't live without to make space for the things you can't even imagine yet. You can't control it. And that's the hardest part for most of us. We want guarantees. We want to know how long it's going to hurt or when our sense of purpose is going to show up. Real life doesn't work on your schedule. It moves in seasons, and some of them feel longer than you think that you can handle. Trust matters so much right here. You have to trust that something new is being built even when you can't even see it yet. The only thing that you can control in the middle of all of that is whether you let the change do its job or spend every energy fighting what's already happening. Fighting it doesn't stop it. It just wears you out. Letting it move through your life keeps you from wasting time trying to rebuild what was never meant to last. You're going to lose some things you thought would be forever. Outgrowing people, places, and parts of yourself you thought were permanent. Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit for you. I'm not. Because it's going to hurt. But on the other side of that hurt, I have to believe and have faith is a life that actually fits me or fits you. A life that isn't built on fear of letting go. So let the change come and let it do what it came to do. Stop fighting every change like it's out to destroy you. Most of what you're losing was already breaking away anyway. Change just made it official so you can stop pretending it's still working. And when the dust clears and settles, when the new life starts to take shape, you look back and realize it was never the enemy. It was the turning point. Ashe? All right. Woo. That was a rough one, man. That was rough. I'll be right back.
She wrote it in the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen cows with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, this ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow, yeah. She dropped that lemon balm in the brew. Talk to the leaves like they kinfolk too. From seed to sip, it's alignment work. Holistic hands, love laced in dirt. Queen Kells, that soul on the rise. She don't sell dreams, she real with the vibes. Got jars on the shelf like blessings in glass. Reminding your spirit to slow down fast. No rush, just rhythm. She the pause in the system. Where the world wanna numb, she say feel. That's the kind of magic that heals for real. In the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen Kells with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, it's ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow.
Make sure you go over there and support our sister Queen Kells, Holistic Royalty by Kells. She's a new content creator, up and coming. Make sure as you set your notifications. She comes on sporadically. I never know what time Kells is going to pop up, and I never know what she's going to do. But I can tell you one thing. It's 100 and it's real. Make sure that you share, subscribe, and like Holistic Royalty by Kells. COC forever, baby. All right, we here now. Oh, man. This is such a rough one for me. Got to stop running from what hurts, man. Oh, my God. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we avoid the most. If you keep running from the things that hurt you, you will keep circling the same ground over and over again. Let me say that again. If I, if you, if we keep running from the things that hurt, it's going to circle the same ground over and over and over again. And that feeling does not vanish just because you get busy. How many times have you told yourself that you were fine? How many times? 8 times a day? 10 times a day? What is it? The longer you avoid it, the more control it has over the choices you make without even realizing it. Think about it. How many times have you turned down opportunities because something in you said you weren't ready? How many times have you pulled back from people because deep down you didn't trust that they stay? How many times have you told yourself you were starting fresh when you really were just starting over with the same weight in a new place? That's what running from pain does. It makes your life smaller piece by piece until you wake up one day and realize the hurt you buried has been driving the car the whole time. And I get why people avoid it. Facing that broke you is unsteady and it reveals your vulnerability. It makes you have to slow down enough to feel what you work so hard to push away. Nobody likes feeling exposed like that. So we stay busy. We welcome those distractions and tells ourselves the past doesn't matter as long as we keep moving forward. And moving forward without healing is not progress. It's running in circles like on a gerbil wheel with a smile on your face, hoping nobody notices that you're lost. The day that everything starts to move is the day you stop avoiding what happened and look at it long enough to understand it. I didn't say excuse it or stay stuck in it. Stop letting it run your life from the shadows. Whether you realize it or not, the pain you avoid keeps shaping what you believe about yourself. It sets the bar for what you think you deserve. It convinces you that good things aren't safe to trust because deep down you're waiting for them to fall apart like everything else. Facing it is the only way to break the cycle. And this will take more strength to sit with what hurts you than it does to bury it under another distraction. Time doesn't heal what you refuse to face. When you stop running, something powerful happens. The memories lose their bite. Feelings stop running wild because you finally give them a name instead of locking them in a room, or for me, in the backseat of my car. The conversations that you avoided don't hold the same weight once you have them. The people you need to forgive, including yourself, stop taking up so much space in your head because you stop carrying them. Listen, facing it means you stop letting it own your future. As long as you keep running, it will keep running you. But know that little by little, you start to feel free in a way you can't get from pretending that you're fine. Even through all of the bullshit, there's freedom. And freedom starts the moment you decide to stop running from what hurts and face it long enough to let it go. Makes sense? I don't know about you, but it makes sense to me. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah, let's move it out now. Big relentless up in this. It's Big Mouthpiece. Oh, you ain't know? That ain't love, that's like hatred. Come on, brother. Why you niggas still on fake shit? Come on, brother. How you black, but you a racist? Come on, brother. She sleeping with a twin husband, see this tasteless. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, brother. It's time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, brother. It's time to take it back. Come on, it's out of emergency. Time to get moving with urgency. Big Mouthpiece back. To get this shit sold up like surgery. Shout out to DJ King Miller and all those that work in the church. Can't waste no time. We better do it in a hurry. Set a date at 9 or probably even 9:30. Why they so quick to talk down but slow to show love to me? Quick to eat off the table but won't plan me, want something for me. I gave them my open arms, now they acting like they don't know me. I needed some direction, that's when Queen Money Tide told me. Focus on the bag, all that nonsense is below me. So turn me up, don't be shady, press that like up for me. Hey, you can't look down on your brother, I used to swipe from the corner store cause I was hungry. Instead of respecting my grind, how you go throw shade on me? Big brother hate my guts, tryna chop off my feet, but I am not Toby. Haters be praying on my downfall, but be acting like we homies. That ain't love, that's like hatred. Come on, bruh. Why you niggas still on fake shit? Come on, bruh. How you black but you a racist? Come on, bruh. She sleeping with a twin husband, see that's tasteless. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, sister.
Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to Big Brother Mouthpiece, the first gentleman of the COC. He's live every Saturday. And if you missed that last show on Saturday, hey, you missed the humdinger, man. You got to tune in, man. It's the real for real. Come on, brother. And he also added, come on, sister, to that. Make sure that you hit the notification bell and subscribe to Mouthpiece on everything. Ashe. Let's wrap this up because this hurts, man. This hurts. Hurts a lot. All right. Real deal. Healing gets talked about like it's a weekend project. Let's call it for what it is. People look at it, it's a project. I'm working on myself. It's a project. No. Because all they're doing is telling you to read the right book, listen to the right podcast. Well, you listen to me. I'm just saying, journal and call it done. It doesn't work like that. Healing is slow, man. It's messy. And it asks for more. It asks more from you than most people want to give because it doesn't just skim the surface. It goes straight to the part of your life you learn to keep on the low. Most of it is unglamorous. Private work nobody sees. It's the way you start noticing the critic in your head before it takes over your whole day and let yourself feel something that you've been avoiding instead of brushing it off like it doesn't matter, because it does. You have to make a conscious effort to choose to walk away from the chaos that you used to run towards because you finally see how much it costs you. And none of this happens overnight. It builds over time. You'll get to the point where you say, I'm tired. I'm done. You'll get there. If you're not there yet, it's coming. Trust and believe, because we all hit a precipice in our life where things have to change. Hopefully they'll be done now before you get too old to change in your ways. People think that healing is about feeling better. But the real point is to stop living with a constant chaos inside of you. Stop waiting for life to fall apart every time things get too damn quiet. Carrying that old pain into new places and calling it personality. You see, healing teaches you how to be at peace in your own skin even when everything around you isn't perfect. And no, it doesn't mean you stop feeling things. And doesn't mean that you float through your life untouched by disappointment or anger or grief. What it does mean is those things don't control you anymore. If you have a bad day without deciding your whole life is falling apart, you're allowed to have that day. You can trust good things without constantly waiting for the ground to drop out from underneath you. That's the real work. Building a life where you can finally breathe instead of holding yourself together like you're waiting for the next disaster to happen. When you build a life where you don't talk to yourself like you're an enemy, where your peace doesn't depend on other people doing right by you, because they ain't. They not. I don't know about you, but I don't want to live on the edge all the time, waiting for something to go wrong. Healing isn't about becoming perfect. It's about making everything in your past make sense. Giving yourself room to live without old pain, making every decision for you. It's about creating a life that feels like it actually belongs to you instead of one built around avoiding hurt. That's why this work matters. Because peace doesn't just show up one day. You build it slow, quiet, over and over until one day you realize that you don't feel heavy all the time anymore. So as we wrap this up, right, here's what it comes down to. It doesn't happen, healing doesn't happen because you heard the right words today. Or because you decided you're done with the past. It happens in the choices that you make after this conversation ends. The choice to notice that the critic in your head and shut it down before it runs the whole day. For you to make a choice to stop fighting every change like it's a punishment and start asking what it's making room for. You're asking the wrong things. The choice is to finally turn around and face what you've been avoiding so you can stop dragging it behind you. Your life from the backseat. None of it happens overnight, but if you keep showing up for yourself, if you keep doing the work, it gets lighter. One thought at a time, one conversation at a time, one honest moment at a time. The point of all of this isn't perfection, it's peace. The kind that doesn't disappear every time life gets hard. Something that you build slow, piece by piece, until one day you realize you're living in it. That's why this work matters. And that's why we keep talking about it. You deserve a life that doesn't feel like a constant fight. And the only way to get there is to stop running, stop hiding, and start doing the work that sets you free. And that's it, and that's all. I'm done. That was a hard one to get through. That really was. But I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Be well, stay safe, Ashe, and deep bow to each and every one of you, and I'll see y'all around. Be a good friend and take care of yourself.
Yeah, they lit the sky like the world's on fire. Same old cry, same tired choir. I ran through the night with a cape on tight. Thought they wanted change, nah, just another fight. Cliff up ahead, seen it all before. Same sad story, same revolving door. Run to the rescue, patch up the pain.
Next day comes, they do it again. Stop mid-stride, heart went cold. This hero life, them got too old. Flip that switch, let the signal die. Laid down the cape, didn't say goodbye. Gave them the tools, gave game, gave rope. They ain't want work, just drama and hope. I saved a storm, it was killing my peace. So I turned my back, let the chaos cease.
You kill the light, save my life, that's the plan. No more fire drills on demand. If you want out, better learn to fight. 'Cause I'm done being hero every night.
Save my life, let the sky go black. No more running through the flames, I ain't coming right back. You want change? Better stand and fight. 'Cause tonight I'm done, yeah, I'm killing that light. Save my life, let the sky go black. No more running through the flames, I ain't coming right back. You want change? Better stand and fight. 'Cause tonight I'm done, yeah, I'm killing that light. No cape on my back, yeah, I walked through the rain. Cut ties with the drama, broke chains from the pain. They gon' call it cold, they gon' call it a sin. But I done saved the same world time and again. Now I'm choosing my peace, yeah, I'm guarding my space. No more sprinting through fires just to fall out of place. If the bridge keeps burning, let the ashes stay. I ain't dying on a hill, they keep building this way. Now the nights stay quiet, no lights in the sky. Ain't no call for a hero, no reason to fly. They can stand on their own, yeah, the tools been there. But they rather call me back just to prove I care. I done gave all the game, every map, every key. If they stay in the storm, that ain't on me. I'ma ride for my peace, keep my soul intact. Once the cape hit the ground, I ain't taking it back, never.